today to discuss Latin music and Latin events. And what I'm going to do for you today is not only talk about the different styles of Latin music, but also talk to you about things to do and things not to do if you have a Latin event. I'm going to play different examples of Latin music, the difference between what Mexicans and
different people bargain different ways depending on the culture that they're in. In the Middle East, and this goes back thousands of years, in the Middle East, there's even an example of this in the Old Testament, where they're trying to strike a deal and they can't quite strike a deal. Maybe they can't agree on the price. And the other person finally gives up in exasperation and says, I give it to you. It's yours, take it. Now what are you going to give me in return? I mean, that's what they were haggling about to begin with, weren't they? How much is it going to cost in exchange? It's a roundabout way of doing it. And you see it in markets today as you walk around in a street market.
Number one, networking should be a continuous process. So what I mean by this is don't wait until you're thirsty to dig your well. No pain, no gain. Out of sight is out of mind. So basically you need to be out there highly visible and networking with your friends. So you definitely want to be out there taking up space in your clients' brains in a positive manner. It's kind of like the RAM on your computer. People only have so much space in their brain to keep you in mind in a positive way, hopefully. And also your network is a living, breathing organism.
But this, probably the most important thing to remember is this is just one approach. This happens to be an approach that's worked for us. It's what's gotten us to where we are today, which I'll talk about briefly in just a moment. But there are a variety of different ways that you can do it. You can run your company, if you're going to go multi-system, as more of an agency where you have independent contractors and you don't necessarily have care, custody, and control over the end product necessarily, but you can kind of keep an eye out and make sure you're promoting the right talented guys. We've chosen to go in a different direction, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. Just to give you another couple of quick background things on this.
When you pick up that microphone and you start speaking, you have to speak about something important. You can't meander through it, you can't bluff your way, and you can't make it up. So if you have a script in front of you, you have a clear focus every moment that you have focus. Now, a script at a wedding reception is a story about the bride and groom.
You all work very, very hard in your business, and your goal is to increase your revenue. My goal is to help you keep more of it now and in the future. So as we go through some of this stuff, I know it's a little boring, but taxes can be fun. I've been doing this for 29 years, which kind of worries me, but it's okay. I still like it and I do enjoy it. And it's important. It's really important. So if I can put more money in your pocket this evening, I guarantee everybody listening, if you take careful notes, you'll save at least $500 in taxes this year. There's many, many strategies that you can employ.
People in all kinds of business, anybody that uses their voice in their business, because the voice is a critical asset. It's a business asset that we have, and yet, you know what, you don't find it written down on paper anywhere because most of us don't think about improving the use of our voice. But I'm here to tell you that that is very important. If you look at the research on the voice, and this research shows up in all the classic communication textbooks.
This number one is foxtrot. You'll see that on your list. I would say number two is rumba. Close, number three is is waltz. And swing is in there somewhere, I don't know in what order, and then the last one would be cha-cha. So we're going to cover those tonight, and your handouts, you can keep those. Maybe you'll be at a gig sometime and you'll know you have some of that music there and somebody will ask you for a waltz. We hope this helps you guys. We do, we really do. We want this music to continue on long after we're gone. I think some of this music will still be around.
A bar or bat mitzvah, that's the term that's misunderstood the most. It actually means a lot of different things. Bar designates boy, bat designates girl. Also sometimes bas, B-A-S, bas mitzvah, they will hear. A mitzvah simply is a good deed. A bar mitzvah in that context can be a lot of different things. The actual service that takes place.